most merciful, the most beneficent. Mr. President, Senator Dr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the said Minister of Finance, Dr. Doris, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, ably represented by the Senate Leader, the Minority Leader of the Senate, my friend, Honorable Chinda, distinguished senators here present, members of the House of Representatives, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Accounts, and his counterpart, the Chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts, the representative of the Head of Service, the Head of Service of Nigeria, the Chairman of the Speakers Conference of Nigeria, and all the speakers from state assemblies here present, the African parliamentarians, and the head of the Public Accounts of African Parliament, our friends and partners, most especially the representative of the ambassador of the United Kingdom, head of agencies here present, a representative of agencies here present, private initiatives, private concerns, and their representatives here present, distinguished members of the press corps, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me, on behalf of the Uncommon Senate President and the Chairman of the National Assembly, Dr. Barrister Gosua Fabio, warmly welcome you into the refurbished and ravishing city of Abuja. It is imperative to underscore the importance of this gathering and to also understand the kind of role being played by the committees of public accounts. The public accounts committees are not only a legislative agenda, they are a creation of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and therefore sequel to the powers given by the Constitution to the legislature, most especially Section 80, Section 81, Section 88, gives you a very sweeping powers in bringing to account both governmental and non-governmental issues to bear. Remember that you are given these powers under this Constitution to serve as a check and balances. And that is why conventionally, the leadership of these committees are drawn from the opposition parties. And the membership of these two committees are carefully selected to bring professionalism, legislative knowledge to bear. And therefore, because you are specially chosen, you must remember the cardinal objectives of what is legislature in a democracy. The only difference between democracy and military is the presence of the legislature. And therefore, our people that elected you are looking towards you in bringing about that positive change, that checks and balances. It is therefore important, while you are undertaking this assignment, that the country looks towards you to bring about development, to bring about transparency, to bring about equity, and to bring about justice. And permit me also to mention that looking back, that the chairman of the Speakers Conference is here, that it is very important that public accounts committees of the state must brace up. The country is not hearing a lot from them, and therefore they must brace up and make a difference. It is imperative to understand that without transparency, without physical discipline, without physical integrity, there will be no genuine development. There must be accountability, and there must be transparency in a manner that the revenues of the nation is spent. It is the duty of the Public Accounts Committee and other committees of the legislature to track revenues, how they are collected, how they are kept, and how they are disseminated. It is these track revenues that are appropriated. And therefore, once appropriated, it is equally the duty of this Public Accounts Committee, most especially, to track the implementation of these revenues, the implementations of appropriations. The public account is not only about auditors general queries. The public account are saddled with status inquiry, meaning if you look at section 88 of the Constitution, it gives you a swift leverage to invite any agency, any minister, and in fact anybody, regardless of whether he's associated with government or not. You can call him at any time to explain things that you're not comfortable with. We understand the challenges when it comes to the invitation, particularly invitations made by the Public Accounts Committee. It's imperative we watch with worries and concern. Some agencies deliberately refuse to attend or to appear before the committees of the public accounts and very many other committees. But at this juncture, it is about the Public Accounts Committee. I want to emphasize to the leadership of these committees, we must do whatever it takes to put a stop to this non-appearance, that the head of service is there and other head of agencies. Let's all take cognizance of the powers of the National Assembly under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, that the legislature has various options as to who and how things will be done. We call on our partners, especially those from the developing countries, to understand and notice our challenges. And I pray that this conference will usher in various options as to how to go about dealing with the local issues in Nigeria. In particular, about knowledge, in particular, about the wherewithal to be able to do this job. The legislature is being incapacitated in very many ways into doing its own job. The legislature cannot go into CVN, NNPC, Federal Inland Revenue Service without having the wherewithal in terms of the expertise to do this job. And therefore, from this conference, we need to understand and we need to be rich as how to go about it. Of other importance is the issue of technology. What do we do to be able to do an oversight of over 250 million Nigerians with this expanse of land? So your duty is big, is challenging, but you must do whatever it takes to make a difference. Because there is a contract between you and the general public that elected you. There is also an understanding between you and the leadership of the two chambers to deliver. And we look forward to seeing you more active than what you are doing. We need to see results. The general public need to see the difference. We need to see the values the Public Account Act to the promotion of democracy. Without accountability, there will be no prosperity. Without discipline, physically, there will be no development. And therefore, at every given time, the legislature is saddled with this onerous responsibility to make the difference, to add value, to bring development, to bring equity to the general public. It is on this note that I welcome you once again to the beautiful city of Abuja, and that we look forward to having you in our presence for the next 3 days, as we believe this conference will usher in a new beginning. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.